So, a little bit about me. I am actually not from Cleveland. I am from Jersey City, New Jersey, and somewhat like Cleveland, it's inner city neighborhood, not much going on there. Grew up in a very poor household. Mom had barely a high school education, but the main thing that was enforced in our household was education, education, education. And at the time, I did not really appreciate it because, again, she enforced education, so getting the nice tennis shoes, the nice clothes, the nice electronics was just not a priority and would not even be discussed in our household. It was all about, you're going to be somebody after you finish high school and to go to college and to pursue a career. So despite the challenges that I went through growing up in Jersey City, I had in my mind, as far as I can remember, that I wanted to become a doctor. I don't have any incident story to say something led me to get that way. It was just, I think at the age of 5, I just said I was going to be a doctor, and all the decisions that I decided to make from that point was to lead towards that goal. In terms of my experiences over the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years, one of the things that I can tell you at your point is to, and you may hear it, but really, it really is important to stick to your goals once they're identified. Yes, your goals may change. I wanted to be a pediatrician, but I wound up not liking that field. Some people find that they wanted to do finance, but they wind up being teachers. I mean, your goals may change, but your goals should be changed based on new interests, not because somebody tells you you're not good enough to do it or that can't be done. Always keep a social network and look into community resources. You have the internet now, which I didn't have at that time. And engage yourself into social physical activities, like I mentioned. Start doing golfing, start doing salsa dancing, start playing tennis, doing things that are a little bit different to kind of put you up there so that when you're there, you can engage in those activities. And then make sure you have a sound balance between your work and personal life. Think about this as you go through your years. And the other thing is learn good speaking skills and a good vocabulary. One of the things that I really hate, which always comes to me, is when people say, oh, you speak so eloquently, like that's really some unusual thing. You kind of want to, it kind of sets you apart than someone else because they will note it if you can't speak right also, and if you can't spell, and if your diction is kind of poor, if your vocabulary is very limited. So at this time, read the New York Times or any book or anything, listen to people speak, and kind of engage yourself to a slightly higher level of communication than what you're used to. And then the other thing is learn new languages. I mean, that completely puts you at a whole different world if you go out there learning French, Spanish, mainly Spanish, I guess, nowadays. Whatever language that interests you, take that initiative and learn it because it opens up a whole new door.